I'm pretty good at that, aren't I?
You have a very good mayor. Now just realizing how close Mayor is to King Candy.
Well, they're both drawing from Ed Wynn.
What? Sorry, not a girl's thing.
She did not get the other half of that conversation.
No, she didn't.
No, but they're both drawing from Ed Wynn.
Yes.
You know, the Mad Hatter.
No, you are correct.
Have some candy. It's the same. Being the mayor is a very important job. That's why I'm called the mayor. God, I really, you know, that used to be one of my parlor tricks back in the day.
Being able to bust out a Powerpuff Girls mayor, yeah? You know what?
It's not just the mayor. I used to do a pretty good hymn. It's been a while since I've done it, so I don't think I could do it on command. Whereas the mayor and I thought I had an acceptable Mojo Jojo, but I think everybody thinks they have an acceptable Mojo Jojo.
Is that gonna load? What's going on with the YouTube? I think that should load. Can you pull that link there, Dan? I don't know why it's being funky.
Popped up for me. I see a scrolling.
Okay, it's got the little poop icon for me in Discord. So
I think it's just there's something wrong with the thumbnail.
Okay. Maybe it's mad that I might have moved where that picture was stored, so it's trying to pull it from my local file instead of what should just be stored as reusable content. Who knows? Ugh. Hey, I appreciate you, Dan, and all the work that you do with trying to compile footage over talking to a script. Holy fuck.
It's hard, isn't it?
Ah! The worst.
But you did it.
I did do it. I hated doing it. Ugh.
But you did.
I did.
Keep on with yourself.
I'm not. There's a million things I want to do different for the next one.
Well, you live and you learn. Win some and you lose.
Oh, you know what we're coming up on this weekend, Buttface.
I know what we're coming up on, and you know what we're coming up on.
You,
but
stabbing me in the heart again.
The people don't need to know yet. They don't need to know, Dan.
The love of your life needs to know that if he breaks my heart, he could just as easily do it to you.
People don't need to know, huh?
I tell Not a Girl Face that the things that she likes are stupid all of the time. They're well,
I mean that's in character for you because you're gonna do the dumb things. So
always.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, that was heard.
Yep, we heard it. Kind of felt that one.
Fucking dick.
Look.
Oh, so you've met Buttface.
I like Dan, but I will not be afraid to say my opinion about the things that I like. That may or may not be reflective of the things that they like.
I mean, I'm not saying you're not allowed to be wrong, but
I'm just hearing you have incorrect opinions. That's all I'm hearing. Like, I don't know what the opinions are. It just sounds like your opinions are apparently
incorrect. You'll find out what this opinion is on Saturday.
Unlike some people I know.
The other opinion that I was wrong about today was apparently people are not of the opinion that Riven is B tier, even though Riven is demonstrably B tier.
I mean, look.
to me, it's much higher than that. But
Here's the thing about
have,
Riven.
Yeah.
Is that Riven it was an impossible standard for Riven to meet. Nobody would ever be able to like Mist was lightning in a bottle. There's no way you could ever hope to get that twice. Like it's impossible. The circumstances that allowed Mist to exist would not have worked for its sequel. Like Riven could have been an amazing S tier superlative game, and it still would be living in the shadow of Mist for its entirety.
Well, see, I think it's far better than Mist, but like, let's. But it is two different things.
Correct.
Yeah,
they're two.
It's two very different things.
You can It's the you can't go home again principle.
Right.
That's what it is. You know, it's like that's why people say, oh well, you know, Riven is kind of a B because they're expecting it to. It's
sorry, this is updating.
It's I don't remember if I used this bit when we were in the entirety of the 14 weeks that we did the Weird Al podcasts, but there's a scene in The Incredibles where Mr. Incredible he's had a really shitty day at work, and he goes home, and you know he gets up, he slips on drives home, gets in the driveway, slips on Dash's skateboard and grabs onto his car and crushes like the door jamb of the car so the door doesn't close anymore. He's like, oh, I suffered this indignity at work, and then I slipped on the thing and nearly killed myself, and then I broke the car. He just gets so mad, and he lifts the car up in the middle of the air, and he turns over, and he sees the little next door neighbor kid, you know, and the kid is on his tricycle or whatever.
Like the bubble gum pop all over his face. He's like, what?
Yeah, his mind is blown. Like he's never seen anything. And Mr. Incredible, he just puts the car down and he tiptoes away. He's like, looks the kid in the eye, and it's like, you know, just don't say anything.
No one will believe you.
Let me.
And so later on in the movie, you know, he comes back home. This is after he gets fired from, if not having the bad day, he just gets fired from the job, and he's completely dejected. He's destroyed. He's going to have to break this news to his wife about they're going to have to move again and everything else. And he gets home and he gets out of the car, and he turns and looks over, and the kid is sitting there on the tricycle, and he says something to the effect of, "What are you waiting for?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know. Something amazing, I guess." And then Mr. Incredible goes, "Me too, kid." And it's like that right. That is the relationship of Mist to Riven. Okay.
Well, see, I have a completely
long tortured metaphor.
I have a complete disagreement on that one, but like I'm going to do a rare thing and actually somewhat defend Buttface here, because we have actually discussed, if he remembers, we've actually discussed this topic at length in the past.
Oh yeah, no, and, I mean I pull from that discussion because it's part of the script that I was developing.
Right, and so like that's exactly it, because like, so I agree that from what me and him have both established that Buttface likes and is expecting out of a puzzle game, based on that, Riven is solidly a B tier. But based on what I wanted out of Riven, it's an S tier. I got exactly what I wanted out of Riven.
Well, that's just expectations. But I mean, that is also exactly my point, is that it's all an expectations game, and the general consensus, just the general everything about Riven said that it was not. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that Riven is a bad game or whatever, just that it was the expectations it was held up to were impossible.
Well,
I agree, but even in, like, Riven is my favorite one out of the whole series by far. Like, I prefer Riven over any other game in the Myst series.
It is the outlier of the Myst series just based off of its structure alone, because it is one giant puzzle world instead of a bunch of separated individual ages that like change it up every hour or two. So you sit there and you stew with your big scavenger hunt puzzle, and that's it.
See, to me, it's kind of an early it's an early type of it's an early prototype of an interactive walking simulator.
I mean, all
Where,
of
like,
the
here's
Myst games are basically walking simulators.
Well,
of what they
yeah,
would
but
be
this one
today.
is different. I know, but it's different because like there's the straight walking simulators where you just discover the world. This one, this case, you actually interact with it. But like it's one of the first times you've ever seen this. Like it's an early version of it. And like it does to me, it just give me this big world, let me explore it. Where the fuck do I go? I don't know. What's going on here? I don't know. Let's find out. Do I need to learn to count in Dunny? Cool. All right, let's do that. Let's learn to count in a made up a made up what's the term? Like it's a crypto language. There's a term for an invented language, like in a video game.
Conlang, constructed language.
Yeah. Conlang. Right. That's it. Constructed language. Yeah. Conlang. Yeah. And let's do the conlang. So.
Bob, when you're ready, I'll need your string.
I'm getting there.
Getting the actual game back.
Of course,
up to
here
date.
we are having this great missed conversation when we're not live.
Yeah, we really should have waited until we were actually playing. Control C. I'm almost there. I got the game up. I'm just getting all the links and everything ready.
No, we're playing Skyline. We're not playing Tears of the Kingdom. You don't need to get Link ready.
I don't own anything to play Tears of the Kingdom, so you won't see me playing it.
No, you own a PC. You can play it on that.
Dan.
We're not. Well, yeah, we're live, but yeah.
What's Nintendo gonna do? Ban me?
Yeah. We could go perusing the briny deep in a locomotive fashion try to do it. Yeah.
I know what I have tonight to talk about. Oh, I'm gonna. I was getting mad about.
Save it.
I was getting mad
Don't
about
spoil
this.
it. Wait till we get in it. Yeah.
I need to pull up the full list so we can start going through, because I got nothing planned for Skylines, guys. Are you kidding me? Oh,
you don't have to be. This is just a chill talk. These are just a chill talk about. I'm exhausted too, so it's good for me. This is just a chill talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Because I don't really feel like we need honestly, we don't need a Mario tonight.
No.
I'm kind of glad we don't. I was up for a Mario, but like now, because I stayed up way too late last night, like I'm just like, yeah, this is a lot more chill. I'm a little more happy with this.
I'm ready to look at a diorama of people move around in their traffic jam nightmare hellscape.
Sorry, I forgot to copy the damn link out of the tweet.
This is more an excuse just to get together and hang out and chat. Something
right.
I enjoy doing. As opposed to looking at my trash fire city that I've constructed, like, lurch step month by month is a nightmare. Oh, I don't understand how people play city builders. It's the same thing with like the Factorio or Infinifactory problem, where like you get maybe 4 or 5 hours in, and then you realize the inefficient hellscape you have created for yourself, and the only way to untangle that Gordian knot is to burn it all down to the ground and start over. This is my experience.
Why does this not have both links in it? Why did the tweet not do the YouTube link?
Blame Elmo.
Probably. This is my fault for not forgetting to do forgetting to copy paste anyway.
I got the link. I snaggled it from your Yubatubas.
Alright. Oh, I put Let's Racing Time in the thing, not Bob the Elder, but yeah, you're good. All right. Okay, so I need to do this one and populate the link in the announcement. Let's racing time.
My mic's on. We can all hear.
Here, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit enter on the link. I'm just gonna go ahead and enter on it because it'll be fine. Do you think it's a McLean stream owner? It wouldn't let you change the admin color? Is that? I mean, you should have every power he does on it.
I think it's because whatever permissions he has, like that role, there's some permissions gotcha that.
Yeah. It's gotta be. It's, I mean, you know, it's always odds and ends on it. So the only downside is I gotta kind of get back into what this city looked like.
You know, Bob, when you're playing a city building game, you're really Bob the Builder.
In this case, arguably, yeah.
All right, I'm going to switch over to my actual city view here. If we're ready to get rolling.
Yeah, I should be up in
stuff ready.
I should be up and good.
They already have an entry in games for Cities Skylines 2. It's not out yet, guys.
Well, I'll put Let's Racing Time in my tweet, but I'd rather anybody that goes to it, I'd rather them go to the Let's Racing Time one anyway, since that's where everybody is.
Huh? Let me drop it.
All right.
Raggy.
Push the button. Yeah, Bob missed my mayor from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, I wouldn't have got it.
I mean, it's basically just Tom Kenny doing an Ed Wynn impression.
Oh yeah, I kind of tend. I mean, I watched Powerpuff Girls, but it wasn't in any great amount. Like, it's not enough that I'm gonna know the hits, and I don't really remember Mayor Townsville.
No.
I've adjusted the background so that the transparent bar. Yes, I did say that.
He made that pun because he can't help it. He's special.
Am I wrong?
From a technical standpoint, I suppose. Sorry, what was she saying?
I wonder how much building Bob's actually going to do, because for me, I tend to just sit here and click on the buildings that are vacant and demolish more than I build.
You can just get a mod for that.
I could, but I didn't do that yet.
I need to adjust the game volume.
Yeah, I get tired of doing the building thing.
There's less city building and more city pruning at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I think it's actually probably starting to get to the point where we might want to start a new map.
I've still got room to grow in mine, but yeah, I mean, we always could, but I mean, it's like,
I mean, I also obviously have room to grow. Actually, I remember
I'm only 40,000.
I was starting over here in Agawam. That's what I was doing last time I was here.
My problem is if I'm going to actually do stuff in it, one of these days I need to actually invest some time into playing this off screen.
Ta-da! The slide over. Ah, that's always so nice.
Your stream butt face still has the SimCity.
Nope, I just slid it over on. It has now done the thing.
We got to get you to use the low latency setting that Bob uses for YouTube. I
believe I am using the low latency setting.
You are not, because Bob's is like much faster than yours.
I don't know why it you know what? It might just be that it's using an old. Oh, and I can't change.
It's not a problem to solve now.
No. Nope, everything's fine. Okay. All right, it's all good. We have resolved the issues. The issues have been resolved.
Issues.
Well, since we want to build some cities, let's get going and start building some cities. But first, we need to start the streaming and introducing the streaming. Because we're welcoming you. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday night Let's City Building Time. I'm your host, Kefka Floyd. The stream is brought to you by the delicious taste of Worcester's own Polar Seltzer. And I've got raspberry limoncello tonight. One of the new summer flavors. Very good flavor. Enjoying it quite a bit. But also, I've brought a snack. And our snack tonight... Now, Buttface. In Canada, do you guys have goldfish crackers?
Absolutely, we have goldfish crackers. They're the snack that smiles back. Wink.
They're not as good as Cheez-Its, but they're still pretty good. But I have a second follow-up question for things that do you have in Canada? Do you have Old Bay?
We do have Old Bay spice, or at least I am familiar with it. I couldn't say I've ever cooked with it.
Okay. The seasoning that you would traditionally put on shellfish, such as crabs and scallops and lobster, you know, the seafood.
Yeah.
Like that's what Old Bay. So you know what Old Bay is.
I am familiar.
Bob, are you familiar with Old Bay?
Yeah, with us, Old Bay is mostly crab boil.
Yeah. So, what would you guys say if you can buy goldfish that have Old Bay on them?
I would say that's thematically appropriate.
I mean, you're not wrong because guess what? I've got a bag of goldfish Old Bay seasoned.
I would just have to try it. Would be my only.
I mean,
thing,
next time you're at the store, check out the goldfish aisle. But I will say, unfortunately, for the Old Bay to live, the Frank's Red Hot had to go away, which makes me very sad.
No! Dan,
that's a little bit of heresy. Get rid of Frank's Red Hot.
You know what?
Frank's Red Hot. Well, before people go nuts, much just like the Old Bays, the Frank's Red Hot were marked as limited edition. So,
Dan,
which is unfortunate. But what I'm hoping is that eventually both Frank's Red Hot and and Old Bay can be year-round fixtures in our goldfish flavor pool.
I would say 2 years ago, and I think I remember talking about this on air, is up here we had Ruffles Ripple potato chips that were Frank's Red Hot flavored. Limited time only. It was the summer flavor. And that is the best potato chip I have ever had in my life. And it's gone, and I'm chasing that dragon ever since.
And you know what? Another Frank's Red Hot thing we have now, which I hope stays permanent, is Frank's Red Hot David sunflower seeds.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah,
they're good, and the reason why I mean, normally I'm a dill pickle guy, okay, but the rule and the reason why the Frank's Red Hot goldfish rule is because they have just a little bit. They have just a little bit of that buttery taste to it. You know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah.
You know
what I mean, Vern? I do.
And so here I'm going to consume some of these crackers right now.
Ooh, I think
you obviously cannot hear my crunching.
I think I heard a crunch.
I heard a crunch, yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, you're hearing it in Discord probably, but on stream, the noise gate on the stream is, I have it set differently than it is on Discord.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, these are, I mean, I loves me some Old Bay. I mean, I wouldn't be from the Northeast if I didn't like me some Old Bay. And I actually had somebody on the Discord the other day where I mentioned, like, hey, the Old Bay goldfish are back, because I guess they first had them last year. And they're like, holy shit, I need to go to the store and buy some fucking goldfish. And he came back and said, hey, Kefka, thanks for telling me about the goldfish. I'm like, just happy to help. All right, enough of my jawing. Let's go around the horn here in the upper right-hand corner of the Triforce. He's my indeterminately favorite Canadian. He's still in the doghouse.
Oh man, I'm not even been put in the doghouse yet in everyone's normal time.
In the public sphere, but in the private sphere, he's still definitely in the doghouse. He's not a butt face.
Hi, it's me, not a buttface, a man of many opinions. Oh, I'm glad that the reaction to the Weird Al podcast has been people just going, man, these guys sure nitpick a lot. It's like, yes, that's the point.
Although I will say you do have a lot of good opinions. It's just that you have one opinion in particular that is very bad.
I have a lot of opinions. I try not to label them as good or bad, just my own. Tonight, I'm drinking a Red Bull because I need to wake up because I spent...
Before you go.
Oh, no kidding. I spent 16 hours video editing and then uploading as the video crashed and render and... but I have my Missed Ages tier list out, and now that's behind me just in time for Firmament tomorrow.
And last, but not least, at the pointy end of the Triforce, he's the man that Molly Hatchet says shouldn't build this city too long. He's the whiskey man, Mr. Bob the Elder.
Well, we built this city, Dan, on Rocky Indoor Roll. Oh, yeah. So, I am indeed your favorite whiskey drinking southern friend, Bob the Elder, the one with the charming accent. I have Chunks of the dog here in her normal spot. I have my unsweet tea here as a palate cleanser. Tonight's still the alcohol-free one. So this one's another Bob's Island iced tea. This iteration is everything an ounce. So it's here, I'm gonna pause this for a second. Everything's an ounce. So the lemon lime is an ounce, the lemon is an ounce, lime is an ounce, grenadine an ounce, strawberry syrup ounce, simple syrup ounce. And then topped off with tea, shaken, poured in, added with the one single big cube of ice, topped off with tea, and then stirred. So we'll see how this is. Oh, that's excellent. It's such a good combination. The grenadine kind of the grenadine's got a stronger flavor, but it's enough that it kind of cuts down on the tartness from the lemon and lime, and then you have just enough of like the strawberry hit with it with the strawberry syrup. It's gonna be interesting with this when
strawberry syrup.
Oh, it is. It's gonna be interesting when I start doing my own simple syrups, and I can play around with it a little bit more.
Are you getting yourself like a nice set of bottles for those? Or...
I do actually.
Okay, good.
There's a local barbecue sauce we can get that's like Alabama style white sauce, and then there's one that's Carolina sauce, and they come in like these good quart plus size glass bottles, and they're just perfect for it. So like I've got about like 6 or 7 of them, and they're like they're the perfect size to be able to just make it, then pour it in them. Like they've even got the screw top on them.
So I've done my own simple syrup twice. I did one for like a cinnamon simple syrup, and I did one for a cloves simple syrup. The cloves one was really interesting.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Like I've got a bunch of different like flavors. I've got a bunch of different like recipes for doing different syrups, out of my cocktail books.
Oh, I mean, this was years ago, so I haven't mucked around in that sphere for a while. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry. It had Gouda cheese in it.
So you thought it was really Gouda?
Oh, it was just like a berry wine sauce that I made for it wasn't Gouda, it was a brie stuffed pastry with a berry wine sauce. Yeah. Sometimes I can cook fancy.
You like eating it so you can shoot the breeze?
Yeah, all right. Damn it. God damn it. What are you talking about? Oh.
Anyway, let's get going.
Let's get going.
And I'm building a riverside community in the town of Agawam, where the amusement park known as Riverside used to exist. It is now Six Flags New England.
The New England Six Flags?
Yep.
Y'all don't even tie it to a state. Y'all just make up something and call it like this whole one. It's not even like it's not even Six Flags Boston like it is here.
Because it's not in Boston, it's in Agawam.
I don't care. It's like ours are at least in like Atlanta or something. So not that anybody wants to go to Atlanta.
Most Six Flags are okay. Google time.
I don't know. I don't know why this. Oh, I know why this pinged. You said Boston. I thought Chicago. Did you see the terrible?
Okay.
Did you see the terrible thing that McLean had me make?
Where
did I have that? Hold on. Where did I hide this on McLean? Stream Dad himself said in his fevered brain he just remixed Chicago's 25 or 6-4 with the vocals from Cure's Love Song. And so I went and did that and made 69 or Love to Song by Shakirgo. It is a hot mess. But it works. It works. Both songs are A minor and very similar BPM.
Interesting.
So yeah, I have the Wikipedia page for Six Flags open in my interwebs browser.
Mm-hmm.
And only half of Six Flags are actually Six Flags location name. A lot of them are just different. Like obviously
you've got names. Ours is Six Flags over Georgia.
Right, you got Six Flags over Georgia. There's Six Flags over Texas. There's Six Flags St. Louis, Six Flags New England. But then you've got Six Flags Magic Mountain, Six Flags Great America, Six Flags Great Adventure, which is in New Jersey.
Man, that sounds like a lot more than just Six Flags.
Well, do you know why it's called Six Flags Buttface? I can tell you why it's called.
I don't know why it's called Six Flags, Dan. I would love to be educated.
Well, the reason why it's called Six Flags was the original park, Six Flags over Texas. The original logo was literal Six Flags. Like they have because Texas, which is where it originated, had so many different origins. So you might see in Texas not just the American flag and not just the Texas flag. You might also see the flag of Mexico. They've also, let's see. The name refers to the flags of the 6 nations that have governed Texas: Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the United States of America, and the Confederate States of America, which was then removed. But yeah. That's why it's Six Flags.
Ta-da!
I haven't been to what used to... You can tell that I still call it Riverside because I am of a certain age. But I have not been there in an extremely long time.
What did I think? Of a certain age is one way to put it. I think I've referred to you as chronologically advanced.
Now, I'm trying to remember the last time I went. That's a very good question.
He's older than me, Buttface. You can get away with it. I don't care. You have my permission.
Oh, so that's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Raz can do that to me because I'm older than Raz. So there. See, it goes in a chain. We're all born in the same year, we're in different parts of the same year.
That is an interesting way of phrasing that. A dead person is waiting for transport. I don't think that dead person is waiting. I think that dead person is perfectly content as they are.
I can't figure out why it's not letting me do the curved road, and it's really getting on my nerves.
Did you click the curved road button?
Yes. Oh. And it's just doing straight lines.
You might want to. Well, the way curved road works is that you draw and then you click and then you click again. Whereas you might be looking more for the free form road tool, which is the third one.
And I couldn't get it to work.
I mean, you have to click the mouse.
See, now it's somewhat doing it.
Because until you click the mouse, you just see the straight outline.
Oh, yeah, because you haven't defined all the parts of the spline.
Reticulating, if you would.
Oh. Man, I watched like a 2-hour YouTube video talking about splines the other day. That's, I'm a very interesting person. I watch videos about splines.
And the way you said that, I'm just thinking of like John Mulaney going, I'm a very interesting person. I like to read about splines. Because that is definitely a thing that he would say.
No, the very interesting thing that I read and got angry about as I kept reading, because I don't know how to monitor
Ask
my own
Raz how
emotions.
splines work.
Ask Raz how splines work. I mean, it's just all maths. It's just all defining curves.
I don't understand math.
Math is hard.
I'm just drawing ramshackle roads here to make a residential neighborhood.
That works a little better.
But no, what I did end up reading through, are you guys familiar with the fact that GQ magazine put out, and I quote, the 100 greatest video games of all time ranked by the experts? They have like a list of like 200 people that they had
Oh, kind of like
polled.
ranking all Weird Al songs objectively.
Exactly, except they have this laundry list of people. It's like just everyone from the industry and in and around the industry, I guess, were surveyed and asked what's going on with the video games these days.
I said, yeah.
And this is
I said, yeah. I said, hey.
Impossible
What's
endeavor from the
going
outset
on?
when your
course.
qualifications are the 100 greatest. Like, is this games that you personally like? Is this games that you think are objectively like, oh, these are fantastic? Are these historically significant? But you know, some might argue that you really shouldn't be rating like the 100 greatest games and then include things that have only been around for 2 or 3 years, because you don't know how those are going to hold the test of time. You just don't know.
Right.
Then
There
again-
should be. Yeah, there has to be distinct criteria.
Wow, but nope, 100 greatest as by surveys of more than 100 people. We would just kind of aggregated everything and then had people write some blurbs for it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I have the whole list here. And oh boy, there's some interesting additions and omissions and placements and all the funds. They start out like this is baseline. This is where bottom of the list is. The just noteworthy enough to be great. Not greatest, but just great. Was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I mean, that's a pretty good game.
That's a pretty solid game there,
It's
Huff.
pretty solid.
You know.
Do you think they're going to put Baldur's Gate higher?
I wouldn't. I mean, not to my knowledge of what both games mean. I've never really played either of them, but not the Baldur's Gate it's referencing.
Do you think that they might put New Vegas higher? Like, I'm just thinking like,
Well, okay, so if the subjectiveness that I would have to use, okay, like my own subjective opinion, New Vegas is in my top 5 all time. So yeah, I would put it much higher.
exactly, but like this
yeah.
is the stuff that doesn't get cut. Like
Right.
jumping ahead, it's like Rez, it's rhythm action game. Like I get it, that's noteworthy. You maybe want to put a Guitar Hero. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm being like real. There's a lot of video games, man, and you're pulling some.
Yeah.
What? Maybe.
I mean, to be honest, it has to be done also like by era, and that's basically impossible.
90.
I think
Like,
we
you
can
know.
all agree that no British video games belong. Of course, I'm being mean there. Of course, there's many good British video games.
Like I would say that they're starting strong with like 98.
Yeah, that looks better.
Age of
Still
Empires
off,
2. You get you're getting a wide range, and then they throw the curveball. Next up, Obra Dinn, a game that hasn't been out for 5 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, you basically, if you're going to do an all-time list, you've got to exclude anything made in like the last 5 years. You've got to put that as a separate 5. I would say maybe 5 to 10 years, like just.
Obra Dinn is one of like my top 20 games of all time.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
such a transformative experience. There's
yeah, I
nothing
think
like
Obra Dinn.
it.
I'm not hating on Obra Dinn. I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
still mad it's on the list.
yeah, like it's just that's such a weird weird criteria.
Sandwiched between. Oberdin is sandwiched between Age of Empires 98, and then very next was Super Mario Bros.
What?
Yep, Super Mario Bros. 96. It's the greatest of all time.
Well, there's many better games than the first Super Mario.
Super Mario Bros. Isn't even like it's.
But and again, like
this
is
Mario
where we
games.
have. This is where you have to have the criteria for your list, because are we talking greatest or most influential? Because like those are like what is your? I mean, this discussion goes nowhere without some criteria for what you're calling greatest.
Bob.
Well,
That's all
exactly.
it is.
It's a bunch of industry professionals came together because a prominent newspaper was like, "Hey, we want to talk about them video games. We hear the video games are popular. Let's get some numbers with an article designed to create discourse."
Clicks.
Well, it's discourse bait, right? It's not even clickbait. It's just someone sees a listicle and
It drives
right.
engagement.
Am I gonna be pissed at some of these?
Skipping ahead, they've got Fable 2 on the list at 93, which is like that game is rough
Fable 2,
around the edges.
I like Fable 2, but I mean, I wouldn't put it in anywhere there. I mean, it's definitely got its place, but I mean, I wouldn't put it among like the greatest. It's a solid game that I very much enjoy. It's a solid game that I very much enjoy. I never did finish it. I kind of played it till I got tired of it, but
I keep forgetting to install a mod that allows for underground power lines where roads are.
Can I even see where power lines are? Oh, so like it's snapped to roads?
So, well, here's what happens. You build a zoned area, and stuff starts popping up inside that zoned area. And you've got roads going from that zoned area to other places that have electricity.
Oh, right. No. I remember how this works. Yeah, no. You're dead on, Dan.
So you have to, so like I'm getting stuff that's going in the middle of this zoned area. So I have to draw fucking power lines into the zoned area, only to have to fucking bulldoze them later.
Delete them, yeah.
Roads should be conduits. You are correct.
Like we're putting up high tension lines. You know, I mean, I get where having like remote power is okay, but if you're, you know, it's like I said, I should just install a fucking mod.
See, I don't like. That's the thing. I'd rather play this without mods. Like, I just I know it's frustrating, but like, there's just too much. There's just too much shit to add. If you're gonna do mods.
What is Girlface mad about?
Hey, I hit Metropolis. Oh no!
What did she? What did?
Do not electrify the roads. And I was like,
what temporarily broke Girlface?
She was very, very upset that roads should be electrified.
Oh.
Well, no, I mean, underneath the roads there are power lines that or not. You don't even need the lines.
Dan, electrify
you don't need
roads.
the lines under the roads. It's just like here we have power lines on poles that go alongside the roads.
No, I'm doubling down on this. The roads can be electric because all the cars have rubber wheels.
Oh no.
They should be wearing rubber-soled shoes then. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
If you say so, there, Hoss.
My God.
Mayor Buttface says electric roads. Coming in the year, well, it's already 2030 in my game, so, you know.
I just like watching all the cars driving on the road. It's the most zen part of this game.
See, now we're getting to the weird part. I'm just looking at this list more, because this list is fascinating. Mass Effect is 92, and Grand Theft Auto 4 is 91.
See, I can't do this because I gotta know, I have to have, like, some criteria. I can't just arbitrarily list them as greatest. Like, I have to have what is our definition? What are we grading on? What is our rubric? Are we talking influential? Or are we talking how, you know...
What is the cultural significance, you might say, Bob?
But they're not giving you one. They're not giving you anything. They're just arbitrarily rating games at high levels.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
creating a hierarchy, and then you're supposed to suss out what the rubric is on the fly.
Can I just say I like the
No.
name of this building, the home of the stuff store? That's a good name for a building.
I mean, we just have a chain here of like Loblaws stores called Superstore. This is the store where you go. It is the Superstore. Do you know what?
Oh, like on the TV show.
Yeah. Do you know what brand they sell at the Superstore?
Super brand?
No Name. Dan, I'm not shitting you. It's No Name brand.
I believe you.
Here's their. I'm gonna post you the logo.
I'm not disbelieving you, Buttface. I just find it very funny.
Here's what No Name looks like. They all come in just like blank yellow packages. Where are we hiding you? Where we got? I'm just put this in the race. There. That's what No Name's logo is.
Yep, it's just like the white cans of beer, the same beer. Oh, on a completely, I mean, it is a beer related topic.
You can see the beer. It's just called beer. It says beer on it, and it's yellow.
Beer.
Yep.
Generic brand.
Yep. It's yep. I believe it. I believe it. So speaking of beer, Bob. So you know what movie we watched for movie night?
Ooh.
This
What?
weekend.
What'd you check out?
We all watched old Bert himself.
Burton Leon Reynolds.
Yes. And
Which one did you
Mr.
do?
Jackie Gleason.
A little smoky with your bandit there.
Yep.
You the meanest old son bitch I ever seen, or damnedest old. Ah, it's such a great movie.
It's I hadn't seen it in a while, and I missed it.
Yeah, it holds up. That one is just, that one's a classic.
It does hold up, and it's a great relationship movie, but also it's one of those great movies where if you think about it for even 5 minutes, it doesn't work, but that's okay. The movie says, fuck you, we're still doing it anyway.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of it. Like
Yeah.
it's not meant to.
And so my buddy, so I'm watching it with my friend and his wife, and they're like, he's from he was born in Greece, but he grew up in Scotland, and his wife is from Finland.
Yeah.
And so after the movie, he was like, so why are they making such a big deal about Coors?
Oh.
And so,
yeah,
'cause
that's hard to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to explain because like he's like, it's, you know, I was like, well, there was a certain period of time where east of the Mississippi you couldn't get Coors, and you know, I tried to explain the whole bit to him, and he just did not get it. That's one of those cultural things that with smoking, it did not register.
It literally didn't make sense then, and it doesn't make sense now. That's the problem. You know, it's like you can't make it. It's going to be hard to explain because it doesn't make sense. It was a stupid thing that they did, and it was just the way laws and the U.S. does some dumb stuff, and that's among the list of dumb stuff that we do and have done.
Oh, but yeah,
I need to make an office park at some point, but just I don't have any office.
But yeah, Bert is just
He was a national treasure.
R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of office parks, I think that was one
of the greatest reveals and minor spoiler for Saints Row 3.
Oh, he's in Saints Row 3?
I mean, I'm not going to spoil
awesome.
where he is in Saints Row 3, but yeah, he's in there. And it's like,
that's
oh,
awesome.
Of course.
Burton Reynolds.
Burton Leon Reynolds.
What is going on over there? Why is my
What's
depth
going
of
on
field...
this side?
Oh, that's
what's
probably an
going
icon.
on?
And I say, hey, yeah.
You do indeed.
Where are you going? Emma Phillips. the Empire residence,
we
going
go.
to the Giga Store. Or no, you're
Giga-
a consultant at the Giga Store. I just clicked on a office building called the Company, and I don't trust it.
The Company.
So that's an alias that you're right not to trust that. Because that is an alias used by intelligence agencies.
Are we hiding things around here? So unlike what Bob did before the stream, I did not update this. Or maybe I did a while ago, and then it popped up a warning saying, hey, a bunch of your mods might have, like, broken. And I went, oh, okay, that's gonna be fun. And so far, I have no idea what is or is not working.
That tracks.
There we go. I stole Bob's idea, and I just built an office park, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You were around this area. There you are.
Okay. So here we go. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Maybe I'm going to build an actual park near my office park. Figure people.
Did we stream since it snowed here last?
Probably not.
I might have told this story already, but I'm gonna tell it again because right outside my head office building is the City Hall, and City Hall has just rows and rows and rows of Japanese cherry trees because of our twin city out in Japan, and those always bloom come April, and it is beautiful and lovely, and it does my heart good. And those just bloomed start of April. And then a week later, we had a foot of snow drop on them.
Oh, no.
And I was very upset. I was not happy that we had snow in April. And now,
I would also be upset.
Now, we are getting constant severe weather warnings of, hey, it's going to be hitting like 30 degrees out. Please make sure that your pets don't, die in the house. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Thanks. Glad that's happening. We had snow less than a month ago.
Yeah, snow. I don't like that. That's
not in April.
No, or ever.
We're in April. The way I look at it is I'm thankful that I'm living in a part of the world where seasons at least happen. I can feel a change into the season. I don't live somewhere where it is eternally winter or constantly boiling.
See, to me, that's what makes you appreciate nice things. It's like that's our, New England way of thinking where, you can't enjoy a nice spring day without knowing the pain of winter. Or you cannot enjoy the beauty of, because to me, my favorite weather is hoodie weather, which is late September, through October, and, March through early April. Those are my absolute favorite times of the year because that's when you get like early spring, or you get just like, I love fall. It's like when the trees change. My absolute 100% favorite fucking time of the year. Man, looking at these houses, these are some nice houses people are building.
See, we don't really have this thing you refer to as fall. Like it, I vaguely know that of which you speak, but it doesn't really exist. We have that for about a week in November. I mean, what you speak of really is the season called still summer, or as I like to refer to it, nuclear summer, which exists from September to October. And then November, actually November can be, it's so here, if you do it in micro seasons, okay, so it's nuclear summer in September.
Sherlock's coffee.
So it's nuclear summer in September. There's no question there. So nuclear summer. October is like kind of false fall, where you might get a little bit of fall for a little bit, like maybe a couple days mixed in with days of summer. And then November is football. And then then it's Christmas. And Christmas is that season is at what accounts for. Then like winter is maybe the month of January, because it's already starting to warm up by February. So
I mean, there is nothing quite like a virgin snowfall, you know.
Do you guys have an equivalent season for our spider season?
pollen.
Yeah, we're in the throes of pollen right now.
We have we pretty much have a season everybody pretty much refers to just as pollen.
Fair
like,
enough. I wouldn't be able to distinguish because my allergies. I'm just allergic to breathing, which is a problem.
Right.
But yeah, we just after December, like January, February. That's spider season. That's when all the spiders decide to come out. Oh, it's raining in my city.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. So, depending on where you live at, like if you live on the lake, like you get crap, what they're called? It's not. There's mayflies, but that's not it. What are they called? The ones that you can like literally go across the causeway sometimes, and they literally you have to pull off the side of the road, and they only live like 2 weeks.
The cicadas.
Well, no, cicadas are the whole entire summer. Cicadas are everything but like 2 months of the year. And you never really see cicadas.
It screams.
No, they're like these little willowflies. Willowflies, yeah. There's willowfly season. That's like June. June bugs come out in July. There's something in August that you usually get infested with. We had a big infestation of Japanese beetles one year. Or for a few years, that was a thing. There were pine beetles, so everybody lost. There's like a thing came through. Everybody lost a lot of pine trees from that.
Yeah.
We have. I mean, it comes and goes. We have like various things that you might consider what you're referring to as spiders.
I just recognized what this aquarium is based off of. That's pretty neat.
What is it based off of?
There's an aquarium that looks very similar to this out in Japan.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I suppose. If you're into that kind of thing.
Which one is that? Yeah, it's the Osaka Aquarium. That's like exactly what it looks like. down to the blue and red. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. I guess they designed a lot of the stuff off real life buildings then, like a lot of the things that can pop up.
I would have to think so.
Mm-hmm.
They got to be careful because depending in some jurisdictions, buildings can be copyrightable.
Oh, I got one. I got
a. I mean, I guess it's.
I know it's very. It's very tricky. It depends on the jurisdiction and because there's some architects who are like, if you photograph my building, I can blah blah blah. It's kind of like what would you call it? Somebody's like face rights or something. I don't remember the term. It's like likeness rights, but
yeah.
for buildings.
I can understand to a certain degree. Like, I mean, there was a design and artistic intent put into this, and at some point there is an ownership of that, be it the edifice or the structure or the main purpose of it, right? It depends on use case, I would say. Like, I can't just start up a firm of construction work and copy already existing housing plans that I've drawn myself but ripped wholesale from someone else. And in the same way, I don't know, like, as you were saying, like taking pictures of aesthetic architecture depending on what you're going to be doing with those pictures, there should maybe be royalties paid. Like I don't know.
I mean, you would get into copyright is ungodly complicated anyway. So like that's probably what you run into. You get into copyright odds and ends.
I've never once considered what the hell is this abandoned tiny. What were you producing? You are one lone silo. You don't even have a building attached. There's no like ship. It's so smoggy. I can barely see.
Smoggy.
Hey, Buttface. It's called meth.
There is
a lone
town,
silo with nothing attached to it. It's called meth.
There is a town outside of where I used to grow up called Brandon, Manitoba, and I swear that their main industrial export was smoke. Like there are people who just worked at the smoke factory.
Right.
That's the factory that Weird Al's dad worked at.
What do they make there?
Nobody knows.
Every time we would drive through Brandon going to see relatives, it was like just you were about to demolish the structure. Why did you yell at me about demolishing that structure specifically? Do not demolish that structure.
He keeps
interrupting
himself.
Just don't make eye contact with people. Everyone is miserable in Brandon. They don't need the added hassle.
Right. So I've got an accent one for you, Budface. I hadn't been on there to tell you about it because something I caught myself doing when I was talking to my dad the other day.
Just the other day?
Just the other day. I was talking to my dad just the other day.
Talking to my dad just the other day. Words I can't remember in the usual way. Sorry, Mom.
No, you're good. I had been over there helping him do something, and normally my sister-in-law, my parents keep the nephew during the week, and normally my sister-in-law goes to my parents' house to pick him up. Well, we had already brought him over to my brother's because he was home. They just live, they live a connected yard. They're neighbors. So we're walking back to it, and he's like, "Oh crap! Emily didn't come by the house, did she?" And I just, I wasn't thinking. I was like, "Nah, she's already over there." Over there.
Over
nah,
there.
She's already over there.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Yep.
"All right, over there. Yeah, she's already over there." That's not words, but I mean, it was perfect communication. So it's like, that's not words. I don't know what that was, but over there. Now she's done over there. Yeah, that's actually a better thing in dialect. She's done over there.
Right. I'm looking for.
She's done going and run off.
Are you in?
You done going and done it.
You've got enough. You've got enough.
You done going and done it.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh
To
no.
be fair. I don't know why the corpse things pop up because there's nothing I can do about it. I've got way more than I need in terms of death care.
The problem is always going to be making sure that the hearses get to the doors. It's the same as the garbage removal. It's the same as the industry constantly saying.
It means you have a traffic problem.
Yeah.
No, I'm at 70% flow, and there's nothing I can do with traffic.
Man, this traffic is just fucking terrible.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do with traffic at this point. Like it's just.
Well,
done.
I mean, what's your public transportation looking like, Bob?
It exists. No, I haven't done subways yet.
I'm just gonna have to start putting airports next to everyone's house and just having them fly. That way, there's no traffic problem, right? Right.
Right.
Just build up.
Is this line of cars literally for everybody turning left there?
It's a long line of cars, and they're trying to get through.
Every time I try to change something with the traffic, it just doesn't. Like they keep going to the same road every time, no matter what I do. Like I give them all these opportunity, all these incentives to go to different places, and they all go to the same
at some point
one.
you got to start thinking about like the intersection tool and like traffic manager president.
Well, that's what I
edition.
can't figure out how to do. I've been looking for that and I can't find it.
Well, no, it's like unless you install a mod, you're not gonna get it.
Oh, I thought that was in the regular one where you could just turn the all the stoplights off.
Maybe they finally added
Okay,
something for that. Maybe.
You go to it's not.
You can do heavy traffic ban.
Where was it? Traffic routes adjust road? Oh, there is a way to do this. Stop being in that mode. Go to this mode.
So how do these policies work? Like the city planning stuff. Like since I've got infinite money, does it really? If I turn on these incentives, does it really change anything? I mean, does it? It's not. I'm not worried about my money. I have infinite budget.
I mean, incentives are like, they're things that may cost. They may do things for your town, but they cost you money. Like if you're playing like sandbox mode, they don't matter very much. Like,
right.
Wow, this guy here just did like this wicked GTA move. He just ran right into that plaza.
He did this wicked smart GTA move. Wicked smart.
I wanted to put one of these. You
know, the funny thing is all those Southie, like Charlestown, all those accents actually come from they're in effect very, very, very super similar to the old Southern accent, with the one that we don't have, the one with the rhotic ah, the tide water. With nothing ever, I do declare, I do not pronounce my ahs. It's the same root, like, because it's it's all Scots Irish. So phonetically, they're ridiculously similar.
Let me see. Is there a elevation? There's gotta be. Terrain height. Yeah, there's your problem. There's your problem. I could set you out there, which would probably be a real dumb thing for me to do.
I'm actually plus $12,000 or whatever. Like I'm actually profitable city, believe it or not. But
good job.
Yeah, I'm doing my darndest to remain profitable. That's the little goal.
These 3 trucks are occupying the same space.
That's very efficient of them, Dan. Congratulations! You have a superposition.
Like, I wish I knew where these guys were going.
Pet ban? Really? You're gonna ban pets? That's just evil.
Well,
that cuts down on waste.
They do give you the opportunity to do evil things.
What if I wanted
to not a girl face. Scotch Irish is something that is distinct from both Scotch and Irish people.
Oh yeah, girl face. It's sorry, Drix was in there. I hadn't even looking. No, girl face. Scots Irish is a specific ethnic group, and it's the entirety of the Southeast. Like it's Scotland. It's a group of it's a genetic group and a folklore or folkways, cooking, all that stuff. It's 3 counties in northern England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. So it's a specific ethnic group. So it's different. It's independent of being both Scottish and Irish. So like because they all kind of blend in together. Like you can where I grew up, like you can trace all of that basically straight to certain areas in mixed of Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. Like we're all dead. That's where everything, the foods we eat, all our folkways, the traditions we have, it's all that because there was two major migrations to the southeast. There was the Scots-Irish migration, which was the biggest one in the around the 1780s. That's when like the Alabama territory and the Mississippi territory really began to be populated. And then there was another one in the 1860s that was all German. So Huntsville's different because in like Birmingham, because they're actual big cities. But like, yeah, like your good country people or whatever, they're all either Germans or Scots-Irish down here. Like we're not very ethnically diverse, like as a whole.
There we go.
I like
Georgia and Mississippi are very similar. Like in Tennessee.
I like when you bulldoze a road, the cars and trucks just kind of like scurry.
But the funny
like
thing
ants.
is, yeah, the Germans all did enclaves like Coleman, Alabama, and Germantown, Tennessee. I mean, they outside of Memphis, they all they basically made enclaves and have just stayed there like for 200 years.
Nope, still not. Damn. What the? What? Why? Why? Why this one specifically? Okay. The Gigastore, abandoned. Mega shopping center, fine. Boutiques galore shopping mall is fine. You. Surrounded by things that are operating normally and are high property value. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
If you're gonna be like that,
Look at this
demolish.
I kind of don't want to fix this traffic. I like I like seeing it. Of course, now the problem is the traffic in West Springfield is starting to actually affect the rest of. It's because I haven't been making any kind of. It's like everybody is getting on and off like right here, and it makes no sense. Well, I mean, it does make sense because there's a lot of industry here, and all industry does is make trucks.
I don't think that's correct, but I also know exactly what you mean. You are not just making trucks in the industry. There are many different goods and services produced.
Actually, like the last thing I'll say about the Scots Irish thing, it's actually why there's a lot of the I've told you, like girl face and butt face. I've told you this in the past, butt face, but there's a reason why, like, even though the inflection and the accent is different, a lot of the word usage in Letterkenny is actually really, we do the same. We say pert near and things like that. It's a lot of the same usage. It's because it's Scots Irish.
Well, yeah, it's all of the settlers coming over and settling in the same areas.
Right. And we also, there's also we're not that far from Louisiana, so we also get limited Cajun influence, and those are Acadians.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like all that. It's all one big melange.
We haven't hit our Zydeco party yet, have we, Dan?
Zydeco?
No, because we're still like 3 albums away from that. My baby's in love with Eddie Vedder.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. I do love me a good Zydeco solo every once in a while.
Buttface, you still need to go and produce the one giant spreadsheet that has everything ranked.
Man, there's the amount of things that I have to do, Dan, infinite. The amount of things that
I'm
getting done.
Look at how long this line of cars goes. Like, Jesus Christ. It starts here, and then it just, because,
it's one of my favorite Cake songs.
Yeah, too bad about all the
sheep go to heaven, goats go to hell.
Too bad about all that John Kay.
Yeah, no.
Was that a Steppenwolf reference?
No, Long Line of Cars.
He said John Kay. John Kay.
Well,
was
we were talking about the cake.
Yeah, the
cake
okay. Video.
John Kay's the lead singer of Steppenwolf, so I got confused.
It's almost like John is a very popular first name, and there's only so many letters in the alphabet you can have as the last initial.
Right.
Turns out, There is overlap between Oz. Was that Cardle who was talking to me about that? I think we were like Googling first name, last initial, or last name, first initial, or something, just seeing like what would come up, like if we were notable. And mine is like some industrial techno DJ. It's like, almost fitting. You've just been dead there for a while. Why is there a dead person waiting for transport in Best of the Best Shoppers? Deal so good you'll drop dead?
I've never been able to get any of these harbors to work, no matter what I did. Like, I don't. It's even when I bulldoze, like, just to experiment and put them next to a road.
I can't do anything with the harbor.
I mean, I've got
polluted the rivers.
No, I'm pretty good with it, but I don't know what it. I don't know what it requires to do that.
And the waste has to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Can I see what my pollution looks like somewhere here? Where are we hiding the stank?
So I suppose I should. So multi-level metro hub. That's where you can do an L train and a subway.
I believe so.
Wrong place.
She's looking for love in all the wrong places.
I think they're just playing.
Looking for
something on
nub
the
in
Switch.
all the wrong places. Looking for nub.
What else
Too
would I
many
be playing on
faces.
Switch, Jonah?
Well, we still don't have Tears of the Kingdom.
I don't know, Buttface. What else would she be playing on the Switch?
We have Zelda at home.
God, Buttface.
Yeah, it's called Gary's Mod. Turns out, actually, it's called not Ratchet and Clank. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. These are my spicy hot takes that everyone on the internet has already made. I don't need to be a poopy pants about friggin' Zelda tonight, though. That is not my place here today. Today we are city building. We may or may not be mayors.
We are mayors. Fight! I just like seeing just these lines of cars. It's just like, yes, you will exist in your commuter hellscape because you're too dumb to use all the other lanes that I built for you.
Stuck in the middle of a traffic jam.
Traffic jam.
It doesn't end, Dan. It doesn't end.
Remember, don't door motorcycles.
Just don't door in general, please. It's a waste of a perfectly good door. Oh no, we're back to having some global happiness and some people crawling in. I now have 2 operating cargo airports.
That must be a mod. I don't have anything that's a cargo airport.
I'm also at a massive... I'm at a population of 67,000, so it unlocks.
Oh yeah, I've not been doing massive speed, so I've got 45.
I haven't been doing massive speed. I just have expanded and bulldozed aggressively. But I feel like good old Buttberg's about run its course, and next time we're gonna have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
With
We're due for a new map, I think.
Man, I don't know what I'm gonna call my next map though.
Buttville.
Buttville.
I was just gonna go with like a new Buttsburg.
Assland. Rear view.
There we go.
Rear view. That's a good one. Yeah.
Third time's a charm, baby.
Have I told you where my great grandmother lived for decades and decades? Little tiny town out in Saskatchewan, outside of Regina, called...
You know why it's called Saskatchewan? Is because everyone there is full of sass.
No, great grandma Buttface used to live in a town in a town in Saskatchewan called Broadview. Broadview, I swear to you, I think the median age of citizens was something like 65, and standing on Main Street, you could look both ways and see the edge of town. Crazy. Just that tiny little middle of nowhere.
Airplane land. Or plane spotting here.
Ooh.
Look at this 7-4. He's going in for a dive bomb.
You know what? I should watch an airport now that it's stakes. Again, I just booted
Let's
two
see,
of them.
this is Sim Air Airlines on a 747-400. Although it's 747-400. Well, you know, it doesn't have any winglets, but it has the extended upper deck, so this would be a 747-300. That's your airplane nerd facts for the night.
Colossal cargo.
I mean, they did make 747-200s that had stretched upper decks, but they're rare.
Why are you only taking 20% load? I have so much, like, demand for export.
Did you build a cargo train yet?
I think I built a cargo train. Let me
I mean, I built a cargo train, and it's clearly not helping my traffic problem that are just constant trucks. That's all this is. You can just see it's trucks.
There's your problem, Dan.
I don't remember.
Trains go, cars don't go.
Remind me how you get this to go underground. Like
you page up, page down.
Okay.
You got to use that side of your keyboard for once.
Let's see, this part of town that I built, this new area is looking pretty good. Got a lot of people. This office park. Oh, this is brutalist as fuck.
I really like brutalist architecture.
I mean, there's a good brutalist architecture, but you know it's not good brutalist architecture? Boston City Hall. One of the ugliest buildings ever to look it up on Wikipedia
I'm doing that
sometime.
right now. I'm pulling
and
up
you'll
Boston
agree
City Hall.
that is one of the ugliest buildings of all time.
Take a look. Fuck off! That's a beautiful looking building. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at that. Look at that tiered concrete, perfectly uniform windows, but also broken up at unique geometrical. And then it's got the tier of the red brick and the gray concrete. I love it. I love it.
Considering that you have lots of other great buildings nearby that make it look like an eyesore. Like you have Faneuil Hall and Quincy Market and
you give me that fucking street view.
North End.
Give me the street view.
So that's how you say it, Faneuil? That's how you say it? Because that's in, like, Fallout 4, and I never knew how you actually said it.
Yeah, it's Faneuil Hall.
Faneuil, okay.
Like, it's N-E-I-U. It's like Newell, like Nathaniel.
Yeah.
But Newell. Newell.
Dan, what is not to like about this?
It's ugly.
I'm Google Street viewing it right now.
It's completely against the character of. Look at all the other buildings in that area.
I'm looking around. It's just high rises.
No, you're looking directly across the street is Faneuil Hall, and all the other historic buildings that are on, like South Church.
Just move my
Look at Beacon Hill, which is right nearby. By the Boston.
I'm looking at the Boston Public Market, and then I'm just looking at these like glass structures, and then there's that City Hall, and I love it. I love the look of it.
It's ugly.
You are so full of horse shit, Dan. This is such a cool looking building.
If you walked around it, you would agree.
I'm walking around it right now.
No, I'm talking about Google Street View is not the same thing as being there in person.
It is as close as I'm gonna get. Now, mind you, this loading zone entrance, ugly as sin. Like I get that. But just as part of like the skyline or like that concrete, can you bring me up there? No, you can't. Okay. Anyways,
You know what? I'm just going to de-zone all this industrial here because I'm an ass. And we're going to transform it into... We're going to do a little bit of urban renewal here. All this industry is going to go away. And we're going to transform it into beautiful, brutalist office parks.
I don't know. I am also like very much a function over form kind of guy. So like I'm okay with a big square block. Just put a giant brick right there in the middle of downtown and it will serve its purpose. You are absolutely climbing. Where are you gonna go? Where does Playin go? What the dog doing?
We'll let the dog out. Okay, we've rezoned. I've just put all these people out of business because I'm the mayor. What I say goes. And we'll see what happens when all this industry goes away and gets replaced, because offices count as industry, believe it or not.
Yes, they're like high density industry, aren't they?
Yeah, it actually that's the thing. It can be like that's what my demand has been for industry, has been for office.
I don't know if I can see an individual breakdown of that. No.
Well, it says office in that one, but I had no office, so as soon as I put office work, all my demand disappeared.
Well, it's because like your education level probably got too high, so there were not enough unskilled workers to do industrial work. No. They wanted to go and balance the spreadsheets, which is also industry. The paperwork industry.
Oh, now by doing that, I made this whole other part of town lose electricity. So that's smart of me.
This is why you should have electrified roads. We've been over this.
All right, all that industry, just look, it's all gone. Urban renewal. Offices are starting to sprout up. Hopefully that means that a lot of these damn trucks will go away. I still got a whole shitload of industry over here, but this part of town, there's like its own on-ramps and off-ramps. So, and the cargo terminal is nearby too, so.
There is a new piece of land for me to purchase. Thank you, video game. I am well aware. I have not even
You've not even begun to fight?
I filled up a good chunk of this land. How much?
This land is my land.
I bought 6 chunks of land and I filled 2.
It feels good to own land.
Where are we looking here? You need to go away.
All right, I put it on turbo speed.
Not turbo speed.
Ludicrous speed.
Oh, that plane just went zoom right by. All right, the traffic's clearing up a little bit.
Do you have any like mods or expansions that like give you a bunch of unique air vehicles, or are they all just the baseline plane?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. Like I have like custom trains. Like I have Amtrak trains, and I think I got a Concorde. Oh, this traffic is clearing up.
So you don't just have planes.
I mean, there's Zeppelins and hell, but I have
what is
like
this street? Why did I make this street?
What? Okay, what is this traffic problem now?
Like, what was that doing there this entire time?
I mean, okay, this traffic problem is going away. So we're making some... I don't understand why this is a traffic problem.
Dan, you do not want to look at my traffic problems.
I mean, half this game is figuring out why traffic problem.
How does city run with traffic problems on? What, like, why? Why this? Why this right here? What? Ah, nah, that would do it.
That would do it.
That would do it. Yeah. You know, it's my own dumb fault, and that's why. Turns out, I was the own architect of my demise.
How do
I don't understand this traffic problem. Everybody is getting off here for some reason. I don't know why.
There, that's what I was looking for. Oh, that is my stinky, stinky city. Yes, look at it. The garbage, it must flow. It's still bad, though.
Oh, yeah, that seems like it would be perfect right there. I don't really get why that's not working. Yeah, I know. I know. You just get over it. What I'm wanting to do is not working.
All things told, like, people tend to be pretty happy with the city. I say as I'm bleeding population. Why am I bleeding population? What the fuck?
Okay, never mind. We'll just put a crematorium there.
Yeah, I'm also bleeding population for reasons, probably because they hate this line of cars.
Well, for rear view, the plan is probably going to be to not aggressively expand and instead, like, micromanage the hell out of all traffic and build this, like, one city block at a time. Like, actually drill down on how to do streetlights, lane controls, re-update all of the mods that probably broke, and then also include some sort of auto-bulldozing mod so that I don't just spend an entire stream bulldozing. A slower, more controlled growth.
Oh, I bet it's because I thought the harbor was just for passengers.
Yeah,
But
the
there's no
city's overall at
passengers.
really high happiness rate. Traffic's still high. Even with the subway. Oh, I gotta pause. We'll have to let it do it and see if that changes anything. We've got a full subway line now.
You know what? For what it's worth, like, I mean, yes, I have built a spaghetti mess of traffic. I am really impressed with this game's ability to model traffic as well as it does. Like, this is a lot of moving parts and a lot of, like, flow rate and pathing that it has to work with. And it's just doing it. No problems, no questions asked. That is a good simulation right there. There's sometimes some minor clipping I'm seeing. Where are you not going? And why aren't you doing... Oh.
Economy, taxes, budget, loans. Yeah, now I'm not a profitable city, but I built a lot more and I enacted all of those policies.
It's like demand for industrial, but also, please, 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 continually bulldoze the unoccupied buildings that we just
Yeah, I'm not
don't
even
have
trying.
enough.
I gave up on that. I gave up on that.
Just don't have enough. Yeah, proper management of, like, intercity connectivity. Like, being able to have your import-export properly sorted is gonna go a long way in rear view.
Yeah, I don't. Traffic is its whole thing. Like I watched this whole series of videos on a guy that was this guy on YouTube that's an actual city planner, and he was doing like doing it completely, managing everything completely with vanilla, with no mods, and like it made everything he did made sense. But my God, it was complicated, and you had to plan everything so far ahead of time, each like section you were gonna do. Oop. So is that office or industrial? I wish it would tell you which one.
It's almost like city planning and civil engineering is, a really complex field that you have to take a lot of schooling and study to
Yeah,
do.
imagine.
And then even in practice, it's a complete nightmare to get right.
Right, imagine that, right?
Anyways, video games! Playing them video games, them Nintendo tapes. And you're all just not functioning.
All right. Says high demand for industry or offices. Is there not a tool that shows you which one?
Just
which one it
zone
wants?
offices, just never zone industry ever again.
You sure about that?
Yep.
Are you joking or being
No,
serious?
I'm not. I'm being 100% serious. Look at this, like literal, just traffic. All of this. It's like I have no. Yeah, I definitely think next time we're gonna do a different map. I just don't understand. Well, I do understand, but they all want to go over this one bridge, which is not.
Yeah,
amazing.
mine is like there's like 2 or 3 intersections that really bog everything down.
It was not designed for that. Well, this intersection cleared up, kind of. I think it's just because everybody decided they wanted to go back to the mess that
It's been connected as a line. That's bullshit.
Fuck off!
It's actually
Fuck
sitting there.
right off! Holy
That doesn't make any sense. It's literally connected as a line. Like, why is it saying it's not connected?
Look at this notification I just got.
What was it?
Oh no, the incineration plant is on fire.
That's funny.
Fuck right off. Right now. The incineration plant. Could not have tried for a better name.
Yeah, I've got more than. I don't know why you keep popping up that thing about fire care. I've got way more than adequate fire care everywhere. Since this is a growing section, though, we're going to put... We're gonna put that there.
I just love watching these trucks be dumb.
It makes no sense why that thing, why it's saying that station's not connected, because it's literally connected.
They're not just regular trucks. They're not just backhoe trucks. They're dumb trucks.
I think the game's just glitching on that. Like it's literally connected. Like I don't know why it's saying that it's not.
But honey, they don't got the wide load sign.
They don't have the wide load sign.
The wide load sign.
The wide load sign. On the dumb truck.
Huh.
Just put a.
Oops. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll find out.
Oh, they probably have to be circular. That's probably what it is. It was Zunite.
Ugh.
Ah.
All right, where are we looking at here? There, that'll work.
There.
You think it'd work, and then it does.
Okay, that traffic seems to have eased up.
I don't understand.
I don't understand, Captain.
I don't at all. I'm actually very, very confused. I've got another subway line. It's just saying that they won't connect to each other, even though it's in a full circle, and it doesn't make any sense.
I would have liked to be able to see like a history of like what the population growth was, what the income was, but I don't have like a running graph of that, unfortunately. Not that I'm seeing anyways. Wah, wah.
Every time you do that, the Price is Right song comes right into my head.
Well, yeah, it's
Ba 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 da. Ba 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 da.
I don't know. I give up. That's just weird. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that. It doesn't make any sense.
not worth the futzing.
The price is wrong, Bob. So do you know the story behind that it was originally supposed to have been Ed McMahon, not they wrote that for him, not Bob Barker, but like Ed McMahon had to back out at kind of the last minute.
Really?
So yeah. So what they ended up doing was Sandler said that he didn't think Bob would do it, but just on a whim, since Ed backed out, they asked him, and he's like, "Well, yeah, as long as I get to actually punch you in the face." He's like, "What? Yeah, as long as I get to actually fight, I'd love to do it." He's like, "Okay," and then apparently what he didn't know is Bob Barker was a big fitness icon. Like that was his thing. He was he was a marathon runner, all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's also been Chuck Norris's longtime neighbor and sparring partner
Really?
for many years. Yeah, and Sandler didn't know it. So almost all of that whole scene where they're fighting was Bob Barker's insistence.
Huh.
Like, yeah.
The more you know.
I don't want a piece. I want the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Bob Barker's still with us. He's gonna be 100 years old next year, I believe.
That's crazy.
This is handy to spot. I tore out power to half my city because I broke down a line of buildings and then didn't think, oh yeah, these roads, they're not electric.
Yeah.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Yeah. Boogity boogity boogity.
No, it's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. The electric. That's
I was
not
making the
electric
Darrell Walter
slide.
preference, so.
You're back to being okay.
Traffic looks like it's being less. Oh, now it looks like over here it's being stupid again.
Traffic, it drives you crazy.
Drives you crazy.
Oh, butt face.
Like no but
What?
else.
What? It's fine.
This is
It's
the
fine.
song that he's doing.
It's a great
She
song, man.
drives
Fine Young
like
Cannibals.
crazy. Yes. Also weird because Weird Al did a parody.
Oh, I didn't know he had a cover of it.
No, it's a parody, not a cover.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm just.
You know how all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. I don't know how I feel about that one. I think you could argue that all parodies are covers.
Not necessarily.
I can't get the plane out of the sky.
Sounds like a personal problem.
You, come on. No, come. You're moving too fast. Oh, wait, I can pause you. Select, highlight, unpause. Ah, time god powers. They serve me well.
Why is this not? It's connected to a damn road. Why are you telling me it's not?
Couldn't be.
I don't want it there, but I guess I'm going to put it there because I can't. Nothing else is connecting to it. So.
Well, it's going. It's not going.
Yes.
It's such a pain in the ass to place train stations.
That's why I couldn't put it there. Okay. Yeah, there's that one probably would be improved by a mod because like that just does not work well. Yeah, I know they're gonna be mad. Fuck them.
Ah, the real mayor simulator.
Yep.
What are they gonna do? Vote
Fire me?
out? Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna be like that. Oh my, he's on fire! Thank you, Red. Much appreciated. Well, you know what? I mean, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, let's go bowling.
I like bowling.
I have not gone bowling in a hot minute. I would like to.
Yeah, we used to do that quite a lot, and it has been a minute since I've been bowling. That'd be fun. But should be enough. What am I looking for? What? Not roads.
Road.
Roads. Rudes. Oh, that's my big giant ass train station. That's what that is. I was like, that's a weird looking building. I was like, that's why it's a weird looking building, because it's a giant ass train station.
I don't have a giant ass train station. I just have an ass train station.
Well, everything with you is ass. So
really, though.
I mean, categorically. It keeps telling me, oh, it's because it's wanting me to bulldoze the fucking building. That's why. I'm like, I've got fire coverage. Quit telling me that a building's burned down. It's there. I've got all the fire coverage.
We've already put the fire out, Bob.
Yeah.
There's no
The
saving
new
this
smart
one.
homes are great. Yeah, here, I got to read this one. Let's see. Tweet, the new hashtag smart homes are great. I don't even have to choose the clothes I want to wear as my domestic AI decides for me. Hashtag hell 9000. I can't do that, Dave.
Hell 9000. Oh, man. So I did not know that there's a Cities Skyline 2 in development. 2, are they going to include a Twitter analog? Will that even still be a thing by the time it's out?
Maybe there won't be Chirper in
I wouldn't expect it to go anywhere soon, anytime soon.
Who knows?
These days, who knows anything? You're not wrong.
Maybe they'll have a meta equivalent.
What do you mean?
I mean, in game, there's like a little bird that's a chirper, and it is an analog for Twitter where your citizens can just yell at you about all of the
Remember, this
nonsense
game
that you're
originally
doing.
came out in 2013.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I get it. That makes this makes sense, and it's the perfectly natural. Like, it's a really good inclusion for a city builder. Like, this is great, but also in the year of our Luigi 2023, that's starting to get up in the air and a little antiquated. I wouldn't have thought that in the year of our Luigi 2022, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. They'll do what's a parody for TikTok? Click Clock. There we go. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
There, you got it. Got it in one.
All done.
I'm
on fire tonight with the ideas.
Rare might have issue with that though. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the rights. And if they do have Click Clock, then I'm just going
that
to
was
put on
TikTok.
No, Click Clock Woods. Is it Click Clock or is it TikTok? Now I don't know, Dan. I don't know. Anyways, the song's stuck in my head now.
Look at all these people at the train station. Holy shit.
How long are we wanting to go, guys?
Wow,
ask
it's
as
already
it
10
hits
o'clock
like
already.
yeah.
It's
That's
hit
the only reason
7.
I'm asking. We're about an hour 37 stream time.
I would say that's probably a good place to call her.
I guess that train can make that turn there.
It's not a bad. Let's do. If we're ready to do that, let's kind of let's kind of go out and do like an overview of our cities real quick. Then, like, just see how they look.
We'll start afresh next time. I think that'll be the plan.
Yeah, I think we've taken these as far as they can go.
So, I had
started
over here. And this was the first little area that I built. And I've left it the same. Like, we've still got low density housing here.
It's your old town.
It's really nice low density housing, but it's low density nonetheless. And then we just have all of the parks and all of the special buildings. Then the actual city sprang up next door. And then we have an extension of the city. And the terrible, terrible, terrible traffic right here and here.
Mm-hmm.
It's never ending.
Just look at all the people on this platform.
Oh my goodness.
People waiting for the train.
Yeah.
Waiting for the train in the rain, in the rain.
Waiting for the train that never comes.
Because I built the train station over here. I wonder where all those people are going. Who knows?
Who can know?
And it shows no sign of slowing. The train, it keeps on going.
Traffic's actually improved to 70. Traffic's actually improved since the subway started. It's actually going up. It's going up a little bit.
Is traffic up good or traffic down? I don't
good.
know.
The traffic flow percentage is going up, which is what you want.
Good.
Look at this. What the?
It's not how that's defying the laws of physics now, isn't it?
This train is blocking all the other trains.
Is over here like physics schmizics.
I can delete this train. Look, I'm literally deleting the train. Look, okay, I've deleted the train. Where did the locomotive go?
It went choo-choo.
Yeah, because look, we got Nacella. That's a real train.
That's no plain train.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh, I like what Bob's doing with his fancy donut design. Look at that.
I saw that on the on those videos I watched. It's interesting. Like they're very awkward, but they look better. It makes the city look better than just this big.
I would also assume that it has like good throughput, and you can also do it modular, where you just like keep stamping circle, 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 and eventually it's just everyone's.
Basically, you could, yeah. And see, it's actually got a mix of it's actually got a mix of both industrial and a mix of both industrial and residential.
Okay, these two trains will just occupy
not
the
industrial,
same point in
city,
space.
commercial, and residential. Yeah.
What we got to do
So
one of these nights.
You got two distinct sections on yours, but
I mean, I have 3 distinct sections. There's Old Town, the city, and
sorry,
then
I can only see
new
like
suburb.
in the big overview. I can only see 2 of them at the moment. I can see like there and there, like to the right and to the left.
Well, again, like I've got it's kind of split like in thirds. I had to put a train station in the middle of between the second and the third going left, right, and center.
All right, Dan, why don't you zoom out and let's go over yours.
Sure.
Oh, Dan's looks so nice.
Organic than it's more organic than.
But it looks nice, yet it is plagued by traffic and mess because it is. So we've got like real Springfield over here. We've got downtown. All these people are dying down. You go downtown, people get murdered in downtown.
On Main Street.
And then there's, this neighborhood that's over here. But you go right across the river. This is what I built today. This is all the new stuff I built today. Everything else has just been trying to deal with traffic. Here we are in historic West, the town of the city of West Springfield, over here on the west side of the Connecticut River. This part of town has a whole lot going on. Look at that traffic. Just everybody wants to go to West Springfield because we just got this gigantic line of traffic. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is not
that traffic circle is unreal. What is with that bridge?
That is real. This is real life.
What is your traffic flow percentage?
I don't know. Terrible, probably. Like, this van is empty.
Just click on the little traffic thing over there in the top left corner, like the little cars. See what it says.
I'm parking myself on the PS5 building
red.
and looking. Yeah. Oh, you
What's
have,
it say?
you
What's
have
the average traffic flow?
It says 48%.
Oh Jesus! Okay,
Actually,
mine's
it's
good compared to y'all's.
It's going up to 53, 52.
Train says "fuck you." Yeah.
Yeah, mine's sitting at like 7.
Hey, Enigma, in Soviet City Skylines, trains fuck you.
But yeah, it is. This is not normally how this is supposed to work. Everybody is deciding to go like across here. Like that doesn't make any sense, considering that over here on the South End Bridge, there's like no traffic. But on the other hand, I realized like there's really only 2 river crossings we have going on here, because I realize now I'm missing the North End Bridge. I never actually built it. I think there's supposed to be a bridge that's like right here that goes up and over. I suppose I should build that. I bet that would alleviate traffic problems considerably. But I never built it because I never dealt with this. Like, it's supposed to go up and over here. And then, yeah, I bet if I built that, it would probably alleviate a lot of the traffic problems. Yeah, I should probably have done that, because I never built this area over here of Springfield. It's just like, it's in the map. I just never built it. I probably should have. But yeah, how about you, Bob?
Okay, let's back out of it. So this is the overview of the whole thing as it's kind of expanded. It really started out with these, right kind of here in the top part of it with the bigger industry. Yet you light along the riverbank, you've got your kind of your neighborhoods with your and here into the section over here with your light residential, and then you've got a pocket of heavy residential here with some mixed in commercial. Your airport is, of course, down here with light commercial around it, and we expanded a SpaceX, whatever they call SpaceX, the launch port, down to there. This is mostly what I've been working on today, adding all this, adding these kind of like roundabout circles right there. And yeah, the circles are hard or obviously bad, but it's not easy to do with these tools. So I just added some heavier. This is going to be a whole residential neighborhood, in between the office. Presumably they'll all be the office workers. You got what industrial we have in this section around the nuclear power plant, and then all your landfills are up here. And then we added all this new office section here. And if I were to keep on this one, I just added subway, I'd be expanding kind of out in this general area with the more of the light residential. But then we're kind of getting into all of our water plants there, and that's a little bit of an issue. But I have this already kind of pre-planned down here that I was going to do, try to alleviate traffic, and then maybe move some stuff out into this along this one. Maybe I could do a harbor down here if we kept doing with it, because that's just a lake. So you could, we could canal it to the river, couldn't we?
Yep, you could.
Yep. Yeah, that might be the thing we would eventually do. But I think it's overall a fairly organic design. Like, I mean, you can see how it's kind of grown naturally. It's the city center with the industry, and then all the residential's on the outskirts, and you got specific neighborhoods with it. The interstate kind of cuts these off, but it works. So it's been a little tricky to do, but overall, I've been pretty proud of it. I think it's a fairly well designed.
It actually looks really nice. It looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. There's been some care and effort put into it. All right. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of it. I think this one's worked out pretty well. So if we ever go back, I don't mind starting on a new map though, because like I to do what I wanted to do, I really would like to. I'd kind of have to start over anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
we've learned a lot getting back
Yeah.
into the game.
And this is always fun. This is always a good, just kind of do and chill. But it's a population of 48,000, so or just shy of 49,000. So we've been growing at a pretty good clip. I want back profitable again, plus 13,000. Interesting.
One of these days, for a chill builder stream, we'll have to do a roller coaster tycoon builder.
Chill.
I'd try it. I've never played it. I'd be interested to try it. I generally like any of these. You ever done Prison Architect? It's really fun.
Oh yeah. I've mucked around in there, but again, it's these builder games. It's just so much planning and stuff that it's like I need to commit. Like I'm gonna waste 10 hours and then have to redo those 10 hours a second.
Yeah.
time.
I played a bunch of Prison Architect. I did all the scenarios and got, like all the training stuff to where you go through all the things, and then you got free run of your prison. It's more fun just to design it from the ground up, though.
Yeah. Yep. That was a good time had by all.
Yep. Always good to have y'all gents around.
I really want to see if this will fix my traffic problem. All right, that's a 6-lane road with grass.
No, I want to do a new save, not a. Sure, whatever. We're good. We're good. I'm watching these roads get built. The attempt at connecting.
It's coming. Okay, it's right.
Maybe
here.
that'll help traffic a little bit. That's another little outlet right there. 'Cause my main bad section is this part right here, and I don't understand why it's so bad. Like they've got all kinds of alternatives to it, but they only want to go there.
Not there. There.
There.
The other there.
All right, so we built that. So now, I have to connect it to the bridge. That would probably be a good idea, right?
Yeah, theoretically speaking.
Maybe I should build.
Maybe you should have called that guy.
There we go. There we go. Well, look at all those cars go over that bridge. And then what we got to do is, I mean, that's kind of a shitty thing, but whatever. Then what we have to do is draw some on-ramps. Because we need an on-ramp here. Oh, damn it. And then let's get our curve tool.
See, like you are playing on a level beyond anything that I have even attempted. Like I'm just like, give me the default, slap it in, we will make things connect. You're like, no, we're gonna multi-level, we're gonna get all the right zones and one ways going here, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Need to make sure that none of these turns are too steep, and none of these turns are too sharp.
This is supposed to be a real life thing, but that we're just gonna trash. That we can.
It can be better than real life.
Okay, so we've connected all this stuff together here, and that I hate how this is like kinked under there, but unless I go in with no pillars and start fucking around with pillars, that's going to be that way. So we'll leave it there for now. And I mean, of course, cars are coming over here, But what I was hoping is that cars would...
Oh no, by trying to solve the problem, it has been made worse!
Oh no! I think that's the entire consequence of this game. Is
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it may also solve this problem where we've got people that are just scooting over here. Where I think what's happening is they're getting off here to go over here, when in reality, now they can just go straight through. Hopefully.
They're already
because-
locked in on their route. They know where they want to go. This will clear up in 7 days.
Yeah, this will take some time to clear up. Okay, well, a good time was had by all. We've only slightly ruined our cities.
I mean, there was
So-
no city here before we started, and now there's a
That's
city
true.
here.
That's true. There was no city before we started.
This city, it's been here for years now.
There we go. I've saved. We're done. Thanks for watching, everybody. Build your cities on rock and roll.
Good night,
On
folks.
rock and roll.